Alright, so we're going to show you how to use the laser cutter. So first you need to go to the Start menu, and then you need to go to All Programs, Universal Laser Systems, and click on that. So this will open up this. This will most likely be blank when you open it up. So next you want to go select, go to Corel Draw, or you can actually open up whatever program, but we're going to show you how to use Corel Draw. So when you're in Corel Draw, when it's open, go to File, Open, and then we can let's open up this one.
Let me show them how to actually do it. Alright, go ahead. Okay, when you're actually doing stuff in Corel Draw, let's just do a new one real quick. When you're doing it, you want to look at the laser cutter and figure out the dimensions when you're setting it. So this one here is already set up right. It's going to be 32 by 18. So just make sure those two values right there are correct, which is the important part. Make sure inches as well.
No, 20 by 15. That's what we have on our thing right now.
Well, yeah, but you do it for the sheet.
Okay.
Oh yeah, and you when you're using these values, you do it for this by the size of the laser cutter, not the size of the sheet of plastic you're cutting. And for primary color mode, RGB makes things a lot easier on you. So once you have the new one here, for the sake of argument, I'm just going to make a rectangle because it's easy. Actually, let's do a circle because circles are exciting. That's not a circle, that's an oval, but even though it won't stop sea bears, we can still do this. So then you need to go down there to your corner after you've selected it, and it'll bring up these color options.
Currently, right now, we have two color options. 100% blue. When I say 100%, I mean the color value is, so go show.
You want to go into the more options here, and when it's on RGB, you want to say red is going to be cutting and blue is going to be etching. So for this one, I want to cut it out. So we're going to do red, and it's 252. 255. Which is essentially the most red you can get, so you have 0 green and 0 blue going in with it.
Because that's the highest number that an 8-bit binary can go, if you ever wondered that, but you probably didn't.
And then for the width, it's important that you go and you make it a hairline cut. So now we need to go and save it. Well, let's just do Dan's laser stuff, and we'll make it circle.
So you just want to do the normal save, nothing fancy. But this next step here, when we go to print, this is probably the most important part of the whole thing right here.
So you want to do print to file and make sure it's VLS 6.60. And then you're going to do OK. And then you can just save it to the desktop. It'll make it easy to find when you want to open it.
Make sure you save it as a PRN file. It should be the default one, but for some reason, just double check.
Then here you want to go and you want to first of all delete whatever you have out there, and then you want to import the new one that you just made. So you go to your desktop where it was saved, but you can't find it here, so we need to do all files. Then scroll down, and there it's going to be circle.prm, and you're going to open it, and then not import it. You're going to select it, and then you're good. So another thing you should do is there'll be these values here up at the top. You want to look down and you want to make sure that your plastic extends past those values. For me, it looks like I am good.
Just barely, but we're good.
Because right now my plastic sheet goes to about 20 inches. So right now I'm just barely on the sheet.
So right now we're going to turn on, obviously make sure you have the laser cutter on. If you don't have the laser cutter on, it's going to be this little red power button. Says right now it's active. Oh shoot!
Cancel.
Right now it's activated. Right now it's activated, so we don't need to press the power button. But when you're ready, make sure that you hit the big green button. If it gives you
first you need to turn on the fan, of course, and then you also need to make sure your laser values are correct. So how you want to do that is you want to go to your settings, and then manual control. And since we're cutting, it's going to be red. And we don't need 0.5 speed. That's going to be way too low, and we're gonna cut way too much. We're gonna sit on one spot. So for this, we're gonna
10, I think.
We're gonna go about 11. Just so it'll cut a little bit faster, and we won't dig into the stuff too much.
And then before you cut something, most likely you're going to be cutting. You can hit apply.
You need to apply, and then save. Actually, not save.
No save. Material database. Oh, further. So
okay.
You're going to be most likely going to be cutting pins or something, out of plastic. So it's not 100% necessary, but if you want, you can select. Definitely don't have acrylic or ceramic. You go to say you're cutting out acrylic, so you go to plastic. Then you would go exit.
Oh yeah.
Expand that. So you go to that, you go to acrylic, and then you could go to extruded acrylic and this and that. You don't necessarily need to do it, but if you do have something that's pretty thick, if it's more than half an inch, I would definitely say select what you are doing and then do the material thickness so you get the right cut.
That's just sort of a baseline stuff. It will change your manual control, but the biggest thing is just figure these out for yourself and figure out what you can get away with. If you're cutting out pins, generally go for 100 power and the highest speed you can get because you want to cut them out as fast as you can. For this, we're already good. We got 111. So we're going to try and print this out and see how it goes. Once again, make sure you turn on the fan before you start printing, or the smoke will fill up and mess up your lens as well.
And kill you.
Laser. That too.
Alright, I think we're good.
Fan warms up. Go.
Alright, so currently it's cutting out the circle right now. Speed's too high. Alright, so not everything might go to plan. So right now we realize that the speed is too high. Actually, if you do it again, it should cut through.
If we do it again, it'll go straight through.
Yeah.
Because we cut about halfway this time, we're just going to go through it again, so it'll make it all the way. There is a way that, if for future cuts though, we would lower the speed so that it will go straight through in one cut.
Especially for a bigger job, you don't want to be... Ooh, barely.
Close enough.
Yeah. Especially for a bigger job, you don't want to be doing it twice, so make sure we do just a little test maybe in the corner of a square or something to make sure that you can cut all the way through.
If you're printing a whole sheet of pins, make sure that you print one of them first just to get an idea for your material and how fast or slow you need to go.
Yeah. Alright, and hopefully if you have any other questions, just ask the teacher or someone knowledgeable.